Hi friends, we have completed the almost all the operations in the CRUD operations using the React.js. Like operations like addition of adding the post, deleting the post, updating the post, and getting the all the post. We have did these things, and we have completed the deployment into the netlify portal. But we are going to deploy, if in the company's level, they are going to deploy in the Docker or Kubernetes level. I'm going to show how to deploy this React.js application into the Docker. We are going to follow how to deploying the React.js application in two ways. One is the directly running this application and directly running this application, how development environmental look like writing like a npm run dev, like this we are going to deploy. And another way is using third-party servers like Apache server or a Nginx server. I'm using here Nginx server. Nginx server. Two ways we can deploy. Two ways we can deploy the React.js application. First one is by directly running the React.js application app in Docker container, or another one is by using Nginx server, third-party servers like Nginx or Nginx or Apache servers, or you can call as HTTPD servers also, HTTP servers, these servers. I'm going to explain this both how to deploy this one and how to deploy this React.js application in a first way and second way. First, I'm going to see by directly deploying. Running the React.js app in Docker container. For this, first we are going to I'm going to push this application into the my repository. Git init. First, I'm going to make it as a git init. My application is my front end application is initialized. Then I'm going to add this into the repository. Completed git status. See, my application is added. I'm going to commit this application. Git commit completed CRUD operations. Completed CRUD operations. And next one is git check the status. Git status. Uh, Before going to push into the repository, we are going to, it is my repository, my GitHub account. In this, I'm going to create one repository here, new repository here, React.js CRUD project, React.js CRUD. This is a React.js CRUD project using Axios library, with Post API. Post, not port, Post APIs. I'm making as a public, create repository. Repository is going to create, and I have did these steps. So this and do this step. Go to my terminal. Git branch -m. If you see the status, previously it is on branch master, but it is now main. And go to here and add the repository to the remote. Git remote add origin. Okay, completed, and push this into the git push -u origin main. My application going to push into the GitHub repository. If you want to refresh this or reload the Git repository, see my application code is we will got the my application code. And come to I'm opening my virtual machine. In this virtual machine only I have installed the Docker engine. See my virtual machine is started. Open my terminal. Open the terminal. I think it is visible for you. Git clone. I'm not going to clone here. I'm going to go to the project section. It is contains the some projects. First I'm going to clone the project. Git clone http yes column slash slash my github.com slash github.com slash programming elements slash react.js CRUD project dot git. See, my project is cloned. If you see this, my project is available in here. Where this go to the React.js CRUD project, and here you have to create the Docker file. Vim Docker file. Here write the instructions. First, I'm going to take the one image name. I'm going to specify the image name. Here, come to the my browser. Here I'm going to take the 20.18.0. Why? Because of means my terminal, if you see here, my development environment is running with the 20.15.0. I'm going to take some above that. I'm going to take here. I'm going to take the 20.18.0. You can take the 20.15 also, but you can take the above one above mission means it will good for you. Like 20.18.0 I'm taking, or you can take the here it is contains the 20.18 also. Node column 20.8. Node is like image name. This one is column dot means tag name. Here I'm going to take the 20.18.0 my image name. Node column 20.18.0. Next, uh, next I'm going to copy my package dot start.json into the I'm going to create is a app folder. Actually, this app folder is not contains in the Docker image or Docker container. It will going to automatically while creating the image only, it will going to create this folder slash app, and it will going to copy this package.json into the this app. Then we are going to run the npm install this command. We will going to run this command will install all the dependencies required for our project. Next, after this completion of I'm going to copy the remaining of this. Before copying remaining here, before run command, I'm going to specify my working directory as a slash app. If you specify this working directory, it is going to that content the image or container will going to change the working directory, the default directory as a slash app directory. After this, you can run the command called run npm install. Then after completing this, copy the remaining things into the this app directory, or you can specify the dot space dot means first dot means my host, like in this computer it contains the what is the remaining files, and I'm going to come second dot means the present working directory of second dot means here slash app. That's why I have specified the dot. Next, run the application. Run means here using the entry point, or we can use the cmd. I am using the here entry point. Npm command is run. Next command is run dev. It will going to automatically takes the npm space run space dev. After this column wq not. See, my image is clear. I have completed the writing the Docker file. If you cat that, you can get the instructions for the Docker file. And for creation of image, we are going to build the first we are going to create the image. For that, I'm going to build the Docker file. docker build hyphen t docker build hyphen t react.js. First we have to check my my docker is running or not. Sudo system ctl status docker. I think my docker is not able to run because of okay, my inactive state. Sudo systemctl start the docker. Okay, once again check the status. See my active state, it is running. Okay, clear the screen and docker. Okay, one image is contains. I'm going to system pro means you can delete this. Using this command we can delete the what are the unused containers and unused images and unused networks and unused build cache. See, if you see this warning, this will remove all the stopped containers, all the networks not used by at least one container, all the images without at least one container associated with them, and removes all the build cache. If you type the s, see it will going to delete all the things. And if you see the once again docker images, or you can clear the screen and docker images hyphen a and docker ps hyphen a. See, no images are there, no containers are there. First I'm going to build this image. I'm present in directory only. See, it is contains the docker file also. Build hyphen t, I'm going to name it as the react.js CRUD app. React.js CRUD app dot means my docker file is present in the current working directory. That's why I'm specifying it dot. See, my image is building. It will take some time. My image building is completed. If you see this here performed the tasks like a copying into the my package start dot json into the slash app and run the this command npm install and copying the remaining files, and it going to run this entry point going to run the while creation of the docker container. First task is performed, the it will going to bring the docker node.js image like base image. Then after completion bring after pulling the image, it going to do it going to perform these operations like copying workday def run command and uh, copy instructions. These instructions will going to perform. Then I'm going to clear. If you want to see the image docker images, see my image is created here. If you see this tag name latest, I not mentioned here any tag, that's why it is taking the latest as a. See, size also 1.19 GB and created at the 59 seconds ago. After completing the image docker images, we are going to run this image. npm run hyphen d, I'm going to running my image in the detached mode, and hyphen p. Actually, my port number is 5173. If you see in this control in the browser, see my port number is 5173 is my port number. I'm going to use here also my port number as the same. I'm going to map my port number 5173 column 5173 173. I'm writing the React.js. This image name you have to mention. React.js CRUD project. You want to enter the press enter. The image is running. Docker ps. See, my container is running. Not image running. My container is running. Okay, we have to open the browser. See, I'm going to use run the application localhost. Why the application is running? Still my application, like my container is running, but see, once come to the terminal, my application is running here, but I'm not able to in my browser. I'm not able to run localhost 5173 here. See, my connection is reset because of there is a one small issue with this while running the directly. See, Docker logs. If you want to see that issue, Docker logs, you have to give the container ID or container name. I'm using the container ID 7C89. See, if you see here, there is a local, it is telling the localhost column 5173, but in the network you have to use the slash slash sorry hyphen host hyphen host to expose. For that, first I'm going to stopping my container like docker stop 7c896 and remove the container also. Remove 7c896. See, if you see the my container is not running. If you see the docker ps hyphen a, my container not there. Actually, I have to run the my container docker run -d hyphen network equal to host. How to see docker networks docker network docker network ls. In this, if you see this docker network ls, in this by default it will going to create while installation of the while installing the docker engine or a docker software, it will going to create the three software by default, three networks by default. It is a bridge network, host network and none network. This three network we are using in that, in these three we are using the host network. Host network means I'm making my host computer like a host machine, like my host machine is here, my Linux machine. I'm going to make it this host network as a by default to the container mission. In that case, there is no need to mention the port mapping, like how we have mentioned in the previously like a hyphen p 5173. Here no need to mention the port mapping. That's why we are going to use network sorry docker run -d network equal to host. I'm giving here host name and I'm going to write the react image name. If you try to run this application, try to see the container is running or not. Docker ps, see, container is running. Docker ps -a, go to the my activities and go to the my browser and once again localhost 5173. See, my application is running. My application is running. If you want to add the any post, I'm giving programming elements channel name. Please subscribe to programming elements channel. Programming elements channel. Add. If you click on add, see the post is added. Programming elements. Please subscribe to programming elements channel. Go to add this. My application is working. If you want to stop this container, docker stop container name you have to give AC6EC. Docker remove AC6EC. AC6EC. And if you see this docker containers are present or not, docker ps-a cls clear. Docker images, image is there. Docker -a image is there. Containers are not present. First I have followed the git clone the repository. Clone the repository. For that, git clone repository name I am giving this here // github.com/programming elements slash what is my project name, React.js CRUD project. React.js CRUD project .git. Next create the Docker file and then go to the next command is cd React.js CRUD project. and then create the Docker file. Create a file. Docker file. Write the instructions. Write the instructions means for creation of the file, we are going to use the vi command, visual editor, and Docker file. Here I am going to write the from. I'm going to use the node 20.18.0. Next, copy the package start.json into slash app slash. Next, work dir, and I'm going to make it directory as slash app. And next command, next instruction, run npm install. Next instruction, copy remaining files. Next, copy dot space dot. Next, write the execute the command, execute the project using the entry point npm run. My Docker file creation is completed. If you want to save this file, press wq to save and quit. Then quit. Next third case, next third command, third step is create Docker image. Create Docker image. Create Docker image for using the Docker build command -t. For this, I'm going to naming as a React.js CRUD app. React.js CRUD app dot. After creation of this, check the images whether the image is created or not. Dot Docker images or Docker image ls. There is so many commands are there. Ls. Next, create the container Docker. Create Docker container. For that, Docker run the -d. I'm directly telling the here -d network. Use the host network of image name. Image name means here React.js CRUD app. Next, check the containers are running or not. Docker ps or Docker ps-a. Docker ps-a. Access the project. Next, fifth step is access the application, React.js application using the below URL http colon / localhost 5173 slash, or you can use the public URL. Public URL means when we are using my application is running in the AWS or Azure virtual machines, then in that case you have to use the public IP address. Before using the public IP address, you have to check the whether the IP port number is bounded in the security group or not. Public URL column 5173. Here no need to while using the host network, you have no need to mention the port mapping because of the React.js application is using it is running as my host machine only, like automatically it is using the localhost column 5173, no need to map the port. It is using the host network only. But first way is completed. Second way, I'm using the third party servers like Nginx servers. I'm going to explain in the next class this.